was really excited for our next big stop on our Cali or Bus 2025 trip. Be sure to check out the playlist and you'll get to see all sorts of other fun excursions while I was in California. Now, just a fun fact about the RMS Queen Mary, the same company that built the Titanic built the Queen Mary. And did you know it was actually even longer than the Titanic? Be sure to check out on our channel the playlist visiting the Queen Mary. It's got lots of great little short clips in case you're pressed for time. Back to the ship, here we go. So I hopped on the LA Metro from the Union Station and took it all the way down to the Long Beach Main Street exit. It's only about 2 miles away from the Queen Mary.
The Queen Mary is such an incredible ship once you're there in person. It's so much bigger than it looks. So here's a video of my time on the Queen Mary, as well as staying overnight. It was really an incredible experience. Be sure to check out our shorts on the channel under the playlist Visiting the Queen Mary. There's lots of little fun things on there if you're pressed for time. Have a great day and enjoy the video.
The 40mm anti-aircraft guns were key defensive weapons mounted on the Queen Mary during World War II, when she served as the troop transport, the Grey Ghost. These rapid-fire guns were considered the best light anti-aircraft weapons of the era and were intended to protect the ship against enemy aircraft and submarines while she ferried hundreds of thousands of Allied troops. Remarkably, despite being armed and manned, the Queen Mary's speed and constant vigilance meant the 40mm guns were never fired in combat. They were removed when the ship returned to civilian service in 1947, though examples are displayed on the ship today as a historical exhibit. This is a reproduction of the reply of His late Majesty King George V to the address of welcome at the launching of this vessel by Her Majesty Queen Mary. Go ahead and pause the video to read the 3-page letter. This is the Seaman's Record Book of Sailor Jack Thomas Edmonds, donated to the Queen Mary Museum by his son in 2024. The Queen Mary's writing room was important not as a bustling, well-used space, but as a symbolic representation of the era's luxury and the amenities expected of a first-class ocean liner. Historically, writing rooms on passenger ships like the Queen Mary were intended to be a quiet breathing space for passengers, especially women, who were traditionally not welcome in the male-dominated smoking rooms. In this picture you can see Queen Mary playing a game while aboard the ship. However, it is not marked. Do you know what it is? Share with us in the comments. Part of the glamour of traveling aboard the Queen Mary was the impeccable service levels. One crew member was available for every 3 passengers. Of the popular attributes for which the ship became famous,